got a stagnant T side now as Ents did establish eyes outdoors and will just take their time with this. Trying to wrap around the blue box. They know Reitz is in here somewhere, but they have to be cautious as to whether his teammates will come bail him out. Worst time to reload. X7 down in a second from Reitz.
Clean. Super clean. Leaving one man on the A site to defend. Actually a pretty important situation. Surge annihilates all three. Surgical with these frags. And now they actually have the ability to go for a plant if they can. But Reitz is still out here wreaking havoc, keeping up with Surge's high score.
And he's now got himself the 1v1. Both these players on 4Ks. Both these players fighting for the clutch and the ace, but Sergey's got the edge. Except for the fact that the time is against him. A second opponent, does he anticipate the peak? Because Reitz is just gonna sit back. He's crumbling under pressure. A young player has to sprint for that bomb site, and he's not gonna have any other choice but to plant out in the open, so Reitz has got him dead! An ace from the outer player, and a clutch that's his. Big individual prowess in the previous to get Kinguin back in the lead. Taz continuous as well in this shotgun, and oh man, the buckshot into the gut of two. Splattered on the back wall. He is two. Because the headshot connects, X7, 29 HP, 4 targets ahead, and he dies through the spam. One-handed monster drink, fist bump. Potential position. Alu's not alone, or excuse me, Manice is not alone. Mouse is still out there just behind him, and Alu's seen neither of the two. Now they realize there's somebody here. Alu's gonna not trade directly back to Manice, so they should still figure this out. They should still know. Oh, but the unscope doesn't cost him. The no-scope doesn't connect either, but he still has possession of bomb, and he's now cut it down to the 1v1. Olu with a headshot.
Any math involved, probabilities with where you should or be or what you should do. Alu's gonna be scouting outside. He's got a player in Big Garage in case they try to circumvent him outside of the boxes, I suppose. You see him sitting there with a CZ and you think he gets a kill, someone turns that corner.
Yeah. Just screams frag. And still trying to do what was done to them, an upset in the pistol conversion. Scout, ooh, some damage onto Reitz now. That's 2 of the 5 tagged down for Kinguin. Because of the smoke in the window, Alu can't try and aggressively finish that frag, but there comes the man in drawing. And there's a second up on the rooftop. The element of surprise from beneath as well. X7 has a little presence. However, Manice still able to pick up these pieces until his skull is shattered wide open. Like everybody else, that round happens just as fast to the B site. I mean, hell, a plant wouldn't be too bad, but X7 is here to try and stop it. Actually, bomb is nowhere to be found. It's difficult to get a read as to where it's at, but I believe it's just outside the vent.
Sitting upstairs, and they have eyes, so at this point, I think they realize that the round's over. Kinguin wanted to go downstairs, but suddenly the man advantage is there. Ariel's also got Surge's top, however. He can kind of freely roam between these angles right in front of him, you know, within 50 degrees, not have to worry about anybody coming up and flanking him, which is super nice.
20 seconds, they can still get kills, except for the fact that the Heaven player can just commit. You'd hope Sergey can get these kills. They nearly lock up. Oh, Mouse! Pops open both mouths. And still nobody has a kill. Finally, we get one, and it's Rollin, the first casualty of the scenario. Mao is so fully exposed to the doorway, could go down to Alexi if he's got a gun in his hand, but he's caught off. And a 3v3 with the bomb already ticked 3/4 of the way. This one has to go now. Mouse cleared from the back corner, but Taz and Manice are still standing tall, and it looks like they've got it. Even despite a couple of kills, Ents can get themselves nothing. Where X7 needs more teammates, he's calling for help. He himself could shut down a couple more. Mouse is to the left, he doesn't spot it, so now we've got the man advantage. Kinguin looking for overtime at the very, very least. We have gone the full distance on Nuke. And while Ents have managed to get their way down ramp, this one's still in the air. Even once again, bomb thrown out, 15 seconds, and another shot from Alu. The experience shining in until Sergey gets the TK, and he falls right after. Ariel, nearly with enough damage, has managed to keep them pinned in long enough to plant, but there he goes. Little HP the difference, 22 health combined.
Kind of messed up on their own play.
Yep, most certainly was. Now, Alu's looking to take a play out of Taz's book. Auto shotty up above. MP9 tested with 2 targets. Nice simultaneous peek, but the shotgun drops bomb, and Alu continues on. Cannot flick for the next one. Aerial falls, as does Sergey. It is all on X7. CZ75 into the M4. Still the bomb is there, and he's got himself the headshot. Can't take the next one. Kinguin will finish off their map. As close as possibly could be. They'll close it in regulation. Flashbangs in a kit, how boring. But Alu has information and an incredibly fast flank on this cap push. But the flank is not as fast as the push. It's already up into the elbow. Alu does get into position, tapping away at 2 heads. He does take a shot himself, but this is great. The bomb's been thrown out onto the open. It forces Venice to come back in and trying to retrieve it. Rollin, who did take that first spot, falls first. And now it's isolated duels because the second CT is trying to trap over towards long. Alu not going to get vision because he's crouched for the plant, but as he pops back up, he's seen. Maniz has a chance. What a shot with the USP. A single bullet could make the difference here versus Alu, who is playing patiently, but his position should be known. He has no other option but to come up this ramp unless he hits the jump shot. He offsets Maniz a little. It's a bit of a duel. Alu could do it because Maniz can't finish it until finally he finds it. And that is Kinguin eventually with a pistol. Oh no. Kinguin have lost their anchor towards the catwalk. X7 continues to apply this pressure. His teammate coming with him. Playing with the edge could cost you. Play with fire, you may get burned. And now it's Rollin who feels the flames. Frag comes out, reads, trying to get both, and it's traded successfully with enough time for the defuse to come through. Rollin, full bar, has to come into this play somehow, but he needs a little bit more time. If he makes a step, then his play is figured out. But the third man from the catwalk's coming in. Alexi caught by the player just crouching on the ramp, and Rollin with another. Do they anticipate aerial? No. Bomb thrown down, 14 health for him. He needs a headshot, and it's just not gonna happen. Kinguin continue on. Remember last time we saw a situation similar to this, it was actually Kinguin who just decided to go all the way back towards tunnels and hit B. And you can see this mid player for ENCE kind of floating with the idea of that possibility, but with the smokes up and over, Alexi, perfect flash! Blasts back 3, finally falls, but sure enough, he's taken one off Kinguin. 6 rounds for ENCE, you'd think, unless Reed can do the unthinkable. Still tapping on, but Alu's gotten both, and X7 the man advantage. Here comes Rollin up the ramp, only being given 1 head to pop. Has not managed to land a follow-up shot just yet. But the chances are there. Caught in the car is Alu. The jumping shot's not good, but X7, he wants to try and cut this down to a single man advantage. 2 good shots. The HP so low on all 3, but as is the time. Still, it's enough to plant. Ooh. And he's found Rollin in no man's land.
Oh, just come back through CT. Advantage to whoever finds the other one first.
This is literally the exact same position we had in the first pistol, but Maniz was able to win it. Can X7 do it for his team? No, he cannot. That is Kinguin with both starting rounds.
That is absolutely devastating. It was actually 2 bullets. They're going to take it. In fact, ENCE are thinking the same thing and haven't upgraded anything. They've just used this, bought this single smoke to help them go up cat. And even that misses.
Technicality of a round here as Kinguin just continue to flex. Whoa, hold on. We've got some damage back the other way. But Sergey, not long for this world. It's on the other side of the boxes. Rollin's not going to find the angle you'd think, and so now Alu has an after plant, but still the element of the surprise plays to his favor. And now Alu shows us his flavors. The first one being a clearing of the site. Taz up next. And now there's only 2. Maus and Maniz, both coming up that ramp. Alu's just holding still on the angle. The targets present themselves. He's got himself another. A one-man show in Alu. This is for the commercials. Right through the wall.
like to see as he crouches into his 4th bullet and kills Alexi, who tries to get a little bit too frisky.
X7 trying to clear corners, does also die. No way, not again. They fell prey to this so many times on Nuke. And Aerial looks to bail them out with a 4K on the anti-eco. Sergey puts the nail in the coffin. The bomb coming back now, reeling its way towards mid, where they do catch Taz. He is found off guard. But Reitz is still the problem. He's pinned in from both directions, and a caged beast is still quite the threat. Takes Sergey's head, and will continue to look for another. Alu's the next one up. Can he clear catwalk? Can he run towards site? Absolutely not. Reitz the distraction. Manice, the killer of the hopes and dreams for ENCE, because Alexi has so much to do, and it is not gonna happen. 15 rounds for Kinguin. They are just standing in no man's land, but at least there's no one towards long to try and help this. Oh my God, they deny that kill. An additional peek from Aerial, and it looks one step closer. Kinguin closing the distance, onto the bomb site they'll go. X7 has to clutch in a 1 versus 4, but the defuse coming through, and you will have your champions. Kinguin, pick it up.
Redemption is theirs. They're so elated. They came back. They actually made 2 finals back to back and actually closed one out.
Potentially the best in Poland, and most certainly the best in Montreal. Kinguin stands tall. Taz reigns supreme. Bow to your champions.
Boys, where do we even start? I just, obviously got to give the hats off to Kinguin. This has been a long time coming. They've been working really hard since Taz joined the team to try to get themselves in tip-top shape to be a true team that can compete internationally. And we saw some hints of brilliance throughout that Zotac tournament process, being the European champions, making it against 2 made in Brazil in the finals, where they were a tough competitor but just couldn't find it. Obviously, they bombed the minor, but now Taz gets to finally lift the trophy again.
When you're feeling down on your luck, you're tired and stuck, enough is enough. You gotta pick yourself up, cause life gets hard. It might leave scars, can tear you apart if you let it be smart, yeah. You wanna be just like the stars, take me to Mars, high up and far, cause that's a start, All I know is that I love making art, straight to my heart, keep up my guard and always work hard.